My name is Barbara Allen. I am author of the book Conquering Arthritis, the #1 best-selling arthritis book on Amazon.com for the last 5 years. I'm here today to talk to you about using meditation to heal from arthritis. And this is a healing technique that is very near and dear to my heart. As many of you may already know, I spent many years in a wheelchair with arthritis, and now I'm completely arthritis-free. Everything moves again. And meditation was a very, very important part of having this radical of a healing in my life. With physical modalities, I was able to get symptomatic control, but with meditation, I was able to get the deep root causes of arthritis to release from my body. And what I want to talk to you about today is what type of meditation actually has the power to heal arthritis. Because if you just hear the word meditation and you don't ask somebody what it is that they mean, you don't really know. So they might mean some very systematic relaxation of one muscle after another in their body. They may think of meditation as some systematic way to order their thoughts. They may have a guided meditation with all sorts of pretty imagery and music, and all those are legitimate uses of the word, but they're not the way that I'm using the word. Because what I found is that it's only really this very specific way to retrain your relationship to pain that tends to have this deep transformational quality. And what can happen, and this has been my experience and many others, is that when you retrain your relationship to pain in this way, a pain that might have felt very hard and stiff and unmoving and permanent, often will start to feel more nebulous. And it actually can get very scary when it starts to expand and move, because you might think that it's just going to take over your whole being, and it's worse. But actually that's a sign that good things are happening. And if you can stay with that over time, as it pushes out and pulls in, often eventually this will break up into an empowering flow of energy in your body that's in a very healthy pattern. And the same energy that used to be locked, hard and stiff in your body, actually becomes part of the empowering flow of energy that helps you heal your arthritis. It helps you do anything that's worthwhile in your life that you want to do, whether it's climb a mountain or write a book or parent your child or any number of things like that. So what are the hallmarks of this type of meditation? Well, it's perhaps best illustrated by a little story that I have about a woman who contacted me about a month after using my 6 CD arthritis set. And she was a woman experiencing a lot of anger. She was going through a very difficult divorce. And initially, when she used the anger CD, she hated it. It made her even more angry, or that's the way she felt. But she'd already made a commitment to herself to do these meditations every night for several weeks. And so she decided, okay, I'm just going to trust this process and do it. And what she initially hated about the CDs was that they're very plain. There's no fancy music. There's no fancy imagery that's used to help you escape from your anger. There's nothing to distract you. And this is done on purpose, because the meditation experience that I guide you through is one that actually brings you into more intimate, deep contact with your pain, whether it's a physical pain or whether it's anger. Actually, you'll find as you use these CDs actually has a very strong physical component. I don't know of anybody that can be in extreme anger and not feel it in certain places in their body, and usually it hurts. So anyway, she didn't want to be in more contact with her anger initially because she wanted to escape it. She wanted it to go away. But what she found was that as she went through these meditations, she learned how to make the anger be okay, to not make it bad, and to not make it wrong, and to allow it to start having a life of its own apart from her, so that it wasn't driving her behavior, that she wasn't needing to act out on the anger. And she found that the more she did these meditations, even if she wasn't thinking about it the next day or as she moved through her day, that her life was getting better and better, because the energy of the anger was actually, because of this deep transformational process, was less driving her in negative, painful behaviors, and more allowing her to be more of her true, authentic self. So what the story illustrates is that even though it can be fun to escape from our pain, what I've found, and what many people throughout the human evolution and the history of meditation have found, is that what's most healing is often escaping into our pain in a way that gives us so much knowledge and so much compassion for ourselves that we're unable to tie those knots, those internal knots within ourselves that cause us the pain and the suffering, and to make a different, better choice. So I can't guarantee that if you have a difficult physical condition like arthritis, that these meditations will heal you like they did for me, but that is my hope. And if you really, truly would like the deep healing that's possible, I ask you to commit to a period of time to do these, and to know that even though you may feel uncomfortable at the time, that's exactly the deep level work that is likely to heal you, that's likely to have the huge payoff in your life. If you do a little bit of what's uncomfortable up front, then you get a much longer period of life and a much greater time period where you're potentially healthy and happy. So I thank you very much for joining me here today, and if you would like to know more about this 6 CD guided meditation set, there's information at the bottom on this page. Thank you very much.